community, and it goes with something like these 5. Fingers on my hand all represent those signs you see 4. The girls that work in my
Again, 2016. Oh, yeah.
My name is Shelley Eddy. I'm the Vice Mayor of the City of Sarasota, and on behalf of Mayor Shaw and the Sarasota City Commission and the entire City of Sarasota, just want to say welcome. We are so grateful to be able to play a part of this Greatness Beyond Measure Teen Summit. I'm completely biased. I've been with GBM from the beginning. I connected with the creator, executive director, Melanie Thomas, at several community events, and what I noticed about Melanie was that Melanie was always interested in creating opportunities for our youth. As a young professional who was new to Sarasota, I was looking to get involved and network with professionals and to get to know folks who cared about our community, and she was exactly that. Greatness Beyond Measure was an outpouring of a desire and a commitment that she had to make sure that our high school students had a place to go to grow and develop.
Within this 5-year time frame working with Greatness Beyond Measure, I have seen the program really develop into a tool, a sword. It started out, let's just get everyone together and give them some exposure, and it's gone from just an exposure to really targeted training and development programs and mentors that help the kids.
This is the 8th year for my GBM family, and I say family because I really do see them as family. Melanie Thomas has been more than a supporter of my career, but also making sure that the young people here get an opportunity to see people that are relevant, doing things in the field that they're interested in, making an impact. And so this will be my 4th year coming in to host, and as always, not only am I excited to be here, but I'm looking forward to actually seeing some talent.
Greatness Beyond Measure Teen Summit is just a magnificent event. I've been with it since they started, and we always try to bring all kids, as many as we can, together. They have a number of different events going on, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's the entire 3-day weekend. Last night they had the Stomp the Violence, which was awesome.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Some die with a name, some die nameless. Today, I signed $1 million rap contract, and all I had to do in exchange was sell my soul. So let me tell you how it all went down. You see, I walked into the record company office and the man said, relax yourself, take a seat, kick up your feet. He said, you need something to drink, maybe something to eat? I said, nah, dude, I'm good, but can you turn the AC? It's kind of hot in here. He said, no AC in this building, kid, all we had is heat. He said, today, I'm gonna offer you an opportunity to sell your soul. I mean, sign $1 million rap contract. I said, word, $1 million, what do I have to do? He said, ding, 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 ding. Though it seems so far, no matter who you are, see there's one thing that I know.
So this year we're preparing for our Teen Summit, which will be held again at Ringling College of Art and Design in Sarasota, July the 28th, 29th, and 30th. Mark your calendars, because that's going to be an exciting time. We always bring in a celebrity guest, we bring in mentors, we bring corporate execs. GBM, again, is a resource center. So if you need a job, you need to come to our career fair. If you have an idea or a game that you are enjoying that you've written, or if you have an invention, or you want to be an entrepreneur, come on Shark Tank. If you're an aspiring entertainer or an artist or a performer, a dancer or whatever, then come to the GBM Idol. You know, if you want some more enrichment, come to our empowerment sessions that many of the professionals that you see on TV and that you see at many of the corporations are there actually teaching. There's so many opportunities for you to grow, and we're all about growth, empowerment for life.
And it sounds like amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. And sour is the look on my face as I'm looking at another young child getting ready to be buried 6 feet under. 2. You see, they look at me as if I'm the lucky one. Like an angel with delicate wings have been drifted upon from the devil's nest, laying my love upon a new family of halos and doves. 1. Love is all I show to the parents who have lost their children due to the gang violence and ignorance that goes on these streets in my community with this generation. Because these streets ain't give us nothing but a couple faded dreams on a silver platter.
So I say to you tonight, I say to each and every one of you tonight, these next 3 days, be engaged. As you're doing the night, you're stopping the violence. I felt bad coming up here after everything that I've seen tonight, man. Y'all, the talent in this room is just unreal.
What I love about GBM is the invigoration, the spirit of excellence that's there, the spirit of greatness that you see when each year we do a 3-day teen summit, and in those 3 days, we see hundreds of young people who come in, and when they come through the doors, you see all their smiles, you see them greeting each other, you see them shaking hands with many of the professionals and the CEOs and the corporate heads that they've met throughout the years, and now they're bringing their friends back and they're bringing their parents back, and everybody's like, oh, it's GBM, it's time for the Teen Summit. But this network has such a synergy to it that it makes them want to come back year after year.
I have been a part of the Greatness by Measure Teen Summit since its inception. Working with my mom has been crazy. She put me in a leadership role ever since it first started. So I started as a teen executive producer. So that actually gave me a lot of experience to go off and become an associate producer myself, and now work on larger scale shoots and productions like that. And now that I'm actually getting to come back and speak, it's really full circle for me, because now I get to see other kids putting in the same work and knowing how much they can grow from it, from how much I've grown myself.
I like hearing people's stories, how they got to where they get to, so just trying to learn from people to see what I can do my part, and then come back and help throughout the community.
People often say, who wants to be average, right? No one wants to be average. I want to be average. I've always wanted to be average. Does anyone know why you would not want to be average?
Stand out.
That's boring.
Being average is boring? Being like everybody else is boring?
I don't believe in the word average.
I don't know, because most people are below average.
Most people are below average? So check this out. The average CEO in America makes how much money per year? What's the average CEO in America's salary? $27 million a year.
Nice.
Right? That's nothing. Right? The average home on Snell Island in St. Petersburg costs how much money?
The average home on what?
On Snell Island.
St. Pete?
In St. Petersburg. 7.8 million. Right? The average NBA basketball player makes how much money per year? Not the league minimum, but the average.
Like, for example, like,
the average.
Depends on how good you are, though.
The average. The average.
He's not average.
The league minimum is 1.3 million. So you can sit on the bench and never get in the game and make 1.3. But the average NBA player makes $6.6 million.
That's LeBron.
No, LeBron is 32 million. Okay, 32 million. And he makes more than that off of endorsements and so on and so forth. His average endorsement deal is worth a couple $100 million.
The rooms I chose really describe me, big dreams. I have big dreams, so I wanted to know what was behind that. And then I took Mario Shirley's class last year, so I already know what he is about, and I wanted to be in there again so I can get some of his knowledge once more.
Oh, I came today because I'm a part of the Teen Council, and I like to empower teens. I have a lot of friends that need empowerment, and I invited them here as well so they can get the gist of this vibe, because GBM is all about empowering the teens and having a diverse culture coming in with different teens. So I came today because I want to be part of that environment. It's just a good vibe to be around.
What I think that makes GBM so unique from the other teen organizations that are out there is that GBM is compiled of young adult advisors and counselors and exec teams and community partners that gather together to actually create the curriculum for GBM. It is not just someone saying, oh, you guys need to learn this, you need to learn that the community is actually involved in this. So you're not getting the cookie cutter program, you're getting one that is tailored each year for our teens and where they're going, where they're progressing. This is why we have a lot of the young adult advisors come back, even on their summer breaks and from colleges and from the workforce or the military. They come back and they still help and support because they know that GBM is designed for them. It is designed for the next generation coming behind them. So they are not just leading the way, they're also helping creating the path for the next generation to come behind them.
GBM always welcomes diversity, and that's why we really want to expand and empower everyone to come together. Yes, it's located in the predominantly African American section of the city, which is also where Ringling College, one of our location sponsors, happens to be. But it's not just for African Americans, it's for young people in general. Doesn't matter your race, gender, age, well, even if it says 12 to 19, anyone can learn something here.
I think the traditional thinking is that, you go to middle school, you go to high school, you may go to a next vocational school, or you may get a job, or you may go to the next level of college and so on and so forth. You do your stint there, and then you kind of work your way up, and then eventually you become the CEO. We're killing that sacred cow today. The thing that I'm going to be offering to these young people is that you're actually a CEO and you're a CEO now. And you have to begin to govern yourself as such. What is your spending like? What is your savings like? Who is your board of directors? Every CEO has a board of directors. Every young person here has a board of directors right now. It's actually the people that they spend the most time with.
It's great to see the variety of kids that are part of this program. We'll see anyone from just someone who's happy to be here and to be around an environment of learning and entrepreneurship and success, all the way up to really, really bright students who have been working on developing their ideas and their skill set for years. And so mixing them two together, sometimes when you're so focused on getting your project done, it's great to be around someone who's green with that enthusiasm. And sometimes when you're just green with enthusiasm, it's great to be around someone who's got this passion and desire and specialized skill set. So it's a great environment for mixing the two and everyone developing and learning from each other.
I see my business in 3 years with investment and the money I need being very successful with the clients that I have now. And that's just for the graphics studio. $750, that's a lot.
The Shark Tank event is very similar to the Shark Tank, the television show, where today we'll have 3 groups of young people who'll be presenting business ideas to the sharks. I think it'll be great because it gives them the opportunity to work on business plans and to have to talk about budget and return on investment. And I think it'll be a great experience and exposure for this group of young people.
You can have the best idea in the world, but if you line up against an individual who has vision and just starts with something, they'll develop that product and that idea. Sometimes we stop and we wait for the best thing in the world to come along before we want to make our first step. Don't wait on that. Start with what you have and perfect it. And so when you work with creative individuals like Beatrice Sims at Spaghetti Ninja, when you leave after a 20-minute session, your brain will be smoking with all the ideas and different ways that you can innovate, sell, market, promote, and attract other people who can help you improve your idea and your product.
Right now, we have the opportunity to make a whole lot more money than everyone else if we can market this effectively.
Who owns your intellectual property and how many partners do you have?
The company owns intellectual property, all of it. And I have 3 founders, along with myself. And then we have 13 employees now. So, that. In a year and a half, in my parents' garage. We had them all in there yesterday, and it was so hot, and we haven't even bought a new air conditioning unit. So it was so hot.
So the idea is called Bandit, but it's developed by the company that I started in my garage with 3 other really awesome dudes. It's called Research Development Manufacturing, which we manufactured Bandit, which is a protective photography enhancement that goes over the zoom and focus lenses of cameras and really enhances the user experience while using a camera, as well as providing extra grip and protection for those really expensive lenses.
As a company, this is one small solution that we produce. Our first couple projects were a transfemoral prosthetic leg and shoulder disarticulation prosthetic, because we are a engineering, product development, and design, where we take the back end, where we do the prototyping and everything like that.
I plan on attending and getting my double major degree in electrical engineering and mechanical engineering. And then at the end of that, getting a master's in business to prepare myself for the real world. It's awesome. I really appreciate the support structure that I had to be able to have the opportunity to do this. I thank you to Melanie, who really allowed me at last minute to enter in the competition and being a part of something in an organization that's really awesome and doing really good things for the world. I really appreciate the fact that I can be a representative of that.
The Sharks want you to continue. They don't want you to stop. You're on to an idea. You see those people sitting right over there? Talk to them before you leave. They have good ideas.
The kids get out of the GBM a sense of belonging. They get exposure to business leaders, mentors. They create a network and a sense of belonging. They're given tons of opportunities as far as scholarships and allowing them to see what's actually available to them in the world.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but an awful song. And now I know the meaning of true love.
That's in our schools. I pray against suicidal thoughts. I pray against drugs. I pray against bullying. And I speak over the lives of the young people that they will not fall into the hands of temptations. The young people will get back in place with you. They will hunger for holiness. And the hunger will be so great that you
I know coming up, born and raised in Atlanta and then moving to New York, I didn't have the opportunity to get close to folks that were out there, that were producers in television, producers in film, producers in music, relevant, doing things right now, to just be able to ask a couple questions. I say all of the time, an answer to a question can change the trajectory of your life. And so for these young people to get an opportunity to spend time not only with me, but have the access like that, that's what the GBM experience gives to the young people that come. And so anybody who's watching this that's under the sound of my voice, if you are at all anywhere in the South Florida area at all, this is an event where you want to showcase your talents, you want to showcase your stuff, because you got people that are coming through here and you never know who's coming through here and what they're looking for.
Well, as an attorney, there are a few things that we have to do well. We have to read well, write well, and communicate well. And I guess a fourth thing would be we would have to listen well. And I think networking is such a huge part of what GBM does. It kind of brings all of those skills and tools together. As an attorney, time management, critical thinking, interfacing with difficult situations, conflict management, those are all things that I do in my practice on a daily basis with conflict resolution. And every complaint doesn't end up in a lawsuit, and every lawsuit doesn't end up in court. So how do we work together? How do we resolve conflict? How do we communicate civilly and respectfully? And how do we address tough issues? That's part of being a student in the world that we live in now. And so getting back to the basics as to the respect that we have for one another, the way that we manage information, our agility in being able to analyze and critically think about things, it's critical in any area of business.
It's awesome. I really appreciate the support structure that I had to be able to have the opportunity to do this. I thank you to Melanie, who really allowed me at last minute to enter in the competition and being a part of something in an organization that's really awesome and doing really good things for the world. I really appreciate the fact that I can be a representative of that. So it feels really good.
To see something like this right here is just amazing. I say to the youth, and I challenge each and every youth in this room to become a mentor. That's right. To become a mentor to your young brothers and sisters that's younger than you are. To show them the way, because that's what we need. We need more positive role models. And if you all start mentoring the little ones, the babies like we have here on the front row, and to show them how it's done, we're going to knock down and let them show them that all these statistics that we see, all these things that they come up with, the school to prison pipeline, all this craziness, show them that that's just their fear of us. But we have to do our part and show them that it can be done.
Because it's a network. Many people kind of think it's all about entertainment, but it's actually more empowerment, enrichment. Our goal is to empower teens for life, to believe, to achieve, and not just stop there, but to ignite the genius that lives on the inside of them. And I believe that genius is in everyone. We just need ways to help cultivate it. So that's what the GBM network is all about. And it's a network that's comprised of entrepreneurs, of CEOs, of corporate execs, of professionals, of educators, of attorneys, etc. Many who've become GBM partners, who are there to help in the capacity of mentorship as well as sponsorship and support. And we're really thankful that people like Ringling College of Art and Design and BMW, Victor Young of BMW, and Kimberly Bears and the Sarasota County Sheriff have come and become partners, as well as many other community partners that we have, such as Keith DuBose and Ernie DuBose and the Sarasota Film Festival and so many others that have become a part of the GBM network.
Like on step one, it says you have to identify your goals. But I realize anything is talking about a goal. But first I have to realize, well, what is a goal to me?
My involvement with the Greatness Beyond Measure organization and summit has taught me how to grow. It's taught me how to develop my understanding about our teams and how they interact and their needs, not just academically, but for entertainment-wise. GBM has allowed me to witness that and also to take that with me. The past 8 years, this has been a completely roller coaster ride that I was never prepared for, but it's allowed me to grow as a young adult and into a man.
The one thing I will say that's been really extraordinary is to see the growth in the kind of sponsors and corporate sponsors that Melanie Thomas and the GBM family have been able to aggregate to help with these efforts. That's what really shows that not only is there impact, but it's impact that needs and is receiving a different kind of resource so they can continue to do that in the community.
I see GBM as having a better partnership with our local school system. I see GBM being more multi-ethnic. I see GBM as reaching out to lower income high school students who have not necessarily had the opportunity to grow and develop with GBM. So as great as GBM is, there is still a lot of work for us to do in the community. There are still a lot of high school students that don't know about GBM. I'd like for that to change. I think as people talk about the progress and the tools that they receive from GBM, that the word will spread. But I don't want GBM to be a club. I want GBM to be a movement.